Yo, what's up, my people? What up, everybody? Back in the building. Good afternoon to all my kings and queens. Everybody out there. Happy Friday once again to everybody out there moving in these wild streets. Safe travels. Hoping everybody had a safe travel from this morning to this afternoon till tonight. I mean, we back again, y'all. Y'all, we back again. As I told y'all, as I promised y'all, because it's fight week, so we had to come back again and again and again. I mean, it's Friday. Um, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I almost forgot I had to do this live, y'all. I was sitting around like, oh shit, I forgot I'm supposed to be doing a live at 5 o'clock. And I said, well, let me get in here and do it. You know, got to keep our channel running. I mean, shouts to everybody out there, man. All my peoples out there. So we gonna get this going. You know what I mean? We're not gonna waste too much time. So let's go. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Hey, y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is where it goes down at No Duck Zone podcast. Get my brother underrated up here. Miss Fields, I see you. What up? Underrated, what's the deal, my guy? Oh, he's
I'm
still.
good. How you feel, brother?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. Yo, man, I almost forgot I'm supposed to be doing this live, man. That's crazy, man. Man, listen, how the hell do you forget you're supposed to be doing a live? I'm sitting here like,
Yeah,
I looked at the time and it said 4:55.
yeah.
I'm sitting here just as comfortable and I'm like, wait a minute, bro, you're supposed to be doing a live. What the hell you doing? Like, sometimes you get distracted in your phone, you'll forget.
Yeah.
But it happens. How you doing, though, brother underrated?
Good. I'm good. I did my two chop-ups yesterday. That's sorry I missed your thing. I totally
No, it's
forgot.
okay. No. Listen. Never be sorry for being great. That's what we're doing out here. I was just talking to D Free about this today, about us being great. You know what I'm saying? We all try to respect each other's times, and of course, we all try to make each other's times, and that's the reason why I'm going on now because I know at 6:45 he's doing something. But you know, even sometimes you you have to do what you got to do, man. You know what I mean? BC, I see you. You know what I mean? We don't try to miss each other's times on purpose, but at the same time, we out here working, man, and we're destined to be great. I just had this conversation early on my show about that. Me and Free was talking about that, about how you have to do what you got to do to be great. You don't need nobody's permission to be great. And there's gonna be times we on live at the same time, and we're not doing it on purpose, but we also have to do what's best for our channel too. You know what I mean? That's all. We're not trying to step on nobody's toes, but we're just trying to be best at what we do. Um, we got to continue to do that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's all good,
Mhm.
man. But I was looking. Well, I heard something crazy about uh the whole Chris Eubanks before the weigh-in was actually on as I was going to pick up Tiff, but it must have somebody must have got whiff of it earlier from where they was at, and they said he was off a little. I don't know, was it a couple pounds he was off,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Here we go with this. They look for anything to drag you through the dirt with, and I'm like, oh man, this dude, man. But I looked at kind of Ben, boy. He was kind of ripped though, man. I looked at him like,
Yeah.
I said, kind of Ben. I said, nah, I don't know, man. I hope they. I'm not assuming nothing, but I hope that when he was flexing, I said, nah, man, this dude don't look like no. But this fight was supposed to be at what is this? This is not 68. Is this what is this? Do y'all know? Excuse me for not because I haven't really.
I think it's 160. I think.
Is it 60? Okay,
I think
I
it's
was figuring it was something like that. But I'm looking at him and I'm like, I said, damn. I said, kind of Ben look a little ripped.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what
I
I'm
mean, like,
saying?
I mean, catch weight some more.
But you know, I don't make no excuses. You know,
Right.
when somebody misses weight, I don't really have too much to to say because
Yeah.
it's kind of like they know they have to be professional. They know what it is that they have to do. I try not to make excuses for dudes because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to make weight by any means necessary, well, except for
Yeah.
the cheating part. But I don't know. You know what's so crazy about this fight? I was never I think in the beginning I wasn't crazy about it. When I first heard about it, I was just like, I don't know about these two because the fight was put off before between them. Um, I think February. So when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't care nothing about none of this shit. But the rivalry, the rivalry is deep because it happened between the fathers,
Right.
which is crazy to see the sons doing it though. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine Muhammad Ali's son and Joe Frazier's son scrapping?
Yeah.
Like
But it
that's that's crazy.
but it happened for the daughters though.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, that is. That's insane. Um, so I'm not gonna sit here like I'm super big fans of these two. I think I'm just big fans of the back and forth with them. Like what sold me the fight is when Chris Eubanks slapped the shit out of him with that egg.
Yeah.
That's when I said, oh no, I gotta see. Because before, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was like, man, I don't think I'm gonna watch this because it just wasn't sold to me. But when he slapped him with that damn egg, I was like, yeah, nah, hell no. No, no, because underrated coming where I mean, not so much coming where we coming from, but as a man, if you just so happen to slap another man,
That yeah, we got tank.
it gets now. It's going to get a little different.
Very different.
Now you punch a man, it's like, all right, he punched him. That ain't nothing. But when and then
Laps.
he not just slapped him, but you had an egg in your
Hey,
hand when you slapped him.
right. It's like open season. Pow with the A. Smash it. All up.
And I know he felt when that egg hit his face. So it's like you not only had the audacity to slap me, but you slapped me with a damn egg. Which I felt like he caused that on himself because when you saying that I ate some eggs, see these dudes set themselves up for shit, right? If you said if you said that I ate some wild, I was a wild animal eater.
I'm not messing with you. He laughing
That's
because
the
I
first
made
thing. That's the first thing that came to my head. A wild animal eater. I'll be thinking about that. So these dudes are blaming on. I drunk some tea. I rubbed some stuff on my hands that I was putting for my dog, and it got into my paws. Or it's like what? So y'all set yourselves up uh to for people to bother you about it. You know what I'm saying? But to see what he listen, I think the slap goes down as an epic slap just because of him having that egg in his hand. Just him having that egg in his hand. It's sold the fight. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch this. Um, because I want to see what happens after it's over.
Yeah.
Is it any handshakes?
I don't think.
Um, Probably not. Usually it is because sometimes people just need to fight to get it out their system. A lot of these fights now, you're seeing guys dap it up.
Yeah, but if you go back to watch their fathers fought like that, it wasn't no love lost between them back in the 80s when they fought back in the 80s.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't no love
yeah,
lost.
nah, nah. Um, at some point, I like okay, if you guys end up having kids, you don't want your kids to follow that way. They just what I mean, because sometimes kids don't know what hate is.
Mhm.
They don't know what dislike is. They're only doing what they're being taught and what they see.
Mhm.
So when do you say, okay, let's break this cycle of hate? But that's either here or there. Um, I never really got the time to watch either one of them fight like that. I've got to see highlights. Um, kind of been for one of my guys out here in the Bronx. We just said his name the other day and I forgot it that quick. That's crazy. Pete Dobson from the Bronx, and I got to see a little bit of that. Uh, which that was crazy. We was rooting for Pete to get him. And Chris Eubanks, I remember when I watched him one time. I think the last time I really watched him, Roy Jones Jr. was in his corner.
Mhm.
That probably would have been a couple fights ago. Um, so yeah. So I won't sit up here and just act like, oh, I just always been a fan and I always been following them because then I just would be telling a lie. But the great thing about it is when you can admit it versus being a groupie. I can admit that I haven't been always but I'm familiar with them. If anybody mention their name, saying I'm not the guy that goes, okay, well, who the hell are you talking about? Because I already know who you're talking about. But give me your thoughts, underrated, on this fight and how you feel about
I don't know where to start. Um,
it.
I there question when I was watching the Sun throughout the years, there he I see certain spurts that he want that he boxed, and also I see certain times that he want to slug. Ben to me, he wants to come in and slug, and
Yeah,
um, and so for me at that fight, which style that's going to win for me, and there's going to be one fighter going to impose their will. I said who's fighting going to impose their will? Because like I said that because they could fight, yeah. There's no doubt about that. But for me, it's like it's all in boxing. Sometimes it's not all about fundamentals and stuff. It's all sometimes some fight is all about wills,
yeah,
and, and so this fight to me is all about wills for me. And so Eubanks slap, been in the face with an A, how Ben, psychologically, how Ben is going to come out because he's going to be emotional. As we see in the past, Ben, the son, we talk about the son, can be very emotional at times. Sometimes he can't control it, and sometimes he gets him into trouble. Also, there's Eubanks too, that sometimes he get away that he's supposed to do, and sometimes he just want to slug and swing wild. So I'm want to see at first how Ben is going to conduct himself in the ring. Is he going to channel that emotion the right way to fight his fight, or he just going to go for broke and he's going to play right into Chris Eubank? That's what I see.
yeah,
So I feel that the first, like I said, I could be wrong, but I'm looking at the first 4 rounds, possible 5. How Ben is going to do.
Yeah.
because he had to be mentally. I mean, out of all what happened to him, that's embarrassing. He's slapping the eggs. You slapping the hand. Media. I mean, the pub has seen that, so
Yeah. Uh.
he must
ho-
control too. So
Um.
that's major.
Hopefully. Uh. Hopefully Chris Eubanks hasn't got into kind of Ben's head.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Because sometimes you want to fight somebody so bad you just want to get it over it. Hopefully he doesn't come in there too over anxious.
Right.
Um. Because sometimes it happens, and sometimes it can work for you, but then it can work against you if you're not careful.
Yeah, just like when we go back in the late great George Foreman when he fought Muhammad Ali, he came over anxious, and Muhammad Ali was the calm one, and you see what happened. So when people don't think it doesn't happen in boxing, we have examples in the past. It does happen. Now, good thing about it, Muhammad Ali went on to be, have a few great fights and everything, and we understand that George Foreman had took off more than 10 years, and he went on. I mean, late great George Foreman went on, to be a heavyweight champion again. I mean, he's the only one won the heavyweight championship. Why he's old, like 48. So I mean, you can always redeem yourself, but I'm just saying, like, in these modern times, you get slapped by an egg with another man. I'm talking as a man. I want people to understand as a man, you get slapped for real. You get slapped. Now I'm doing something, but you get slapped plus with an egg in his hand and act like ain't nothing happened. That means I don't respect you.
Yeah.
So, for me, the first five, Conor Ben got to understand that I got to stick what we need to do. And I'm saying the corner has to keep reminding you got to fight because if he played to Chris Eubanks, I'm just saying he could be a short night.
Yeah.
If Chris Eubanks box him, that's the key. Because sometimes, like I said before, sometimes he get out the way he needs to do, and sometimes he want to try to press hard. Sometimes he forgets too what he needs to do. So the battle will.
Yeah. Yeah. Like for anybody who's like I said, just walking in the boxing or see this and be like, this is about to be the greatest fight since, you know what I'm saying? They might not know. Um, because when you watch the build up to it, you thinking, oh man, I gotta see this. And we need fights like this, it might not be everybody's favorite fight, but when you think about it, we need fights like this. Um, where you go, you know what? It might be this fight right here that might make people become a fan of it. And it's okay. It's okay because some people haven't watched boxing in a while, some haven't watched it at all. Some don't know what's going on. So, but fights like this might change your whole perspective of how you look at boxing. Because no matter what goes on in boxing, nobody's going to be satisfied. It just is what it is, man. Um, Me, I just love it different from everybody else. But when I see this, I'm like, okay. And like I said, they're not everybody's favorite fighter. Both of them. They come from a place where we can root for either one if we want to do. You know what I'm saying? We can root for either one if we really wanted to, because they're not from here. Me, I have no winners in this one. I'm sitting back and just Just watching it. Somebody, who you going for?
Yeah,
No, no, I'm not really going for nobody because to me it's not that serious.
that, yeah, and you know that's a good point that you're saying. That's what I'm saying to be battle of wills. I'm not picking none. I ain't picking not one. I just say whoever who has the will, I believe that's going to win. So I cannot really like going on.
Yeah,
I can't. I just can't because you know it's not in the magnitude when they fathers fight back in the 80s.
yeah,
It's not. So done. You know, I think you know they was pretty good contenders, and you know, and it's sad because you know I should know, but if I do, but it's like yeah, something I see, see what happens. You know, whoever
yeah.
wins,
It's
you know, they
yeah.
take a scapegoat of fight for the
That's how.
champion.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I sit and I watch. He said somebody said Sam Bo Rambo said Eddie is a snake. Yeah, a lot of people, Eddie seems to still rub a lot of people the wrong way.
Mhm.
Um, he seemed to still rub them the wrong way, and I don't know, man. That's Eddie, man. Oh, what can we say about Eddie, man? Me, I have no issue with what none of these guys are really doing because I look at it like, they're the ones that's gonna get criticized on what they're doing. Um, I'm trying to put myself. I wish I could put myself in the position to do what they're doing. And I was just talking to like I said earlier, I was just talking to D Free about that. I was telling D Free, I said, man, you know what I wish I could do? I would like one of these promotional companies to hire me to be their scout at these amateur shows.
Mhm.
I would love that, bruh, because I'm already there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm already there, which I have to get out more. Lately, I haven't been, you know what I'm saying, because I got my own shit that I need to get together. But I was telling them that. But in this case with that man, it's like, look, bro, these guys gonna go out tonight and they gonna do what they do,
Mhm.
and not tonight, I mean tomorrow, which I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Because I said, it wasn't nothing else to do tomorrow, and I'm just anxious to see what happens. Because this is one of those you really want to see what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? It may not be. It's not a big fight. It's not a big fight in America, but far as over there where they're from, it's major. You know what I mean? I think this fight probably starts early because it's what in the UK. So I got to make sure I get the time down tomorrow of what time this is gonna start. I might have to go back and read what time it's going to get going. But yeah, man. You know what? You know the funny thing is on underrated, man. The fun. Hopefully, this puts British boxing back on the map. Um, yeah, Sam. Let's hope. I mean, it should. It should. This is the
It
reason why.
should. Yeah.
This is why this fight is. It is good, and I don't worry about who don't want to see it. I had my feelings because I've never really tuned in to both of these guys. But rather you like them or not, one thing you can't take away from them, they come from a major family.
Yeah.
They come from a
And
family. They
both
come
fathers.
from
I'm sorry.
yeah. Sorry, you said?
And I said both family and both fathers was that world champions, so they had that pedigree with them. Now they use it to their ability to make their own history. It still remains to be seen.
Yes, yes. So that's one thing that they don't have to be your favorite fighter, but they do come from a bloodline of boxing, and that's another thing that makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Um, And I like to see that. And like I
Yeah,
said, not too many people probably covered this fight, want to talk about it. I still had to pay it some respect because they're fighting this week. And you know me, I'm always big on guys who are fighting that week versus guys who fought last week or guys who fought 2 months ago. Or if a guy's not fighting until 4 months to 4 months from now, you want to talk about it now. And sometimes we talk about fights that's not even happening. So
yeah.
I go, in which me and Free was talking about today, that we getting sick of that. It's annoying.
Yeah, yeah, and also at that time, when the father was fighting back in the '80s, they took British boxing. Let's be honest, to a next level, and let it be instead of be just British renown. I mean, we had other British boxers who became champions even before then, but they took it to the next level. So the rest of the world see, yeah, we could fight too, and so
Yeah.
I appreciate the fathers had put British boxing on the map. So people, and also they represent the ones even before this. So now you talking about that? People say this fight do that have the same magnitude back in the '80s? No, but let's hope, like what Brother Sam said, that they bring the British boxing back so we can have better appreciation. I'm saying it like that because I see the two fathers fight when I won, and when I was a teenager, and those was battles. Those was like has championship aspirations or you know top 10 challenges, all that. You know what I'm saying? So we just don't look. Our family don't look at it. Oh, it's gonna be say married to the '80s because it's not. But it's something to watch. I mean, like it's not like
Yeah.
cut and dry. Like I'm gonna pay 80, $90, or I'm gonna make time for it. I mean, it's gonna be a fight, but it's just something to watch. And let's see, which one's gonna take it to the next level, the fight for championship aspirations, like I said before, and plus help bring back the British boxing, like Brother Sam said.
Yeah, and I have no. My thing is, I got to a point where boxing's, no matter where it's coming from, or rather if it's America or not, I just want to sit and enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm getting to a point. Well, I'm not getting to a point. I'm at that point, but I'm not going to be part of the complaining. Yeah, certain times you have to make your points on certain things that got to be pointed out. But I'm not wasting my time just being a complaining because I'm gonna be honest with you. If something bothers me that much, listen. I'm gonna dismiss myself from it, or I'm not gonna even entertain it because you'll just give yourself, you'll be hurting your own head trying to entertain. So I uh, I choose to not deal with it. You know what I mean? I don't really have time for it. You know what I mean? And I'm not. But and I think the undercard to this is kind of okay. It's a shame Chris Eubanks Senior will not be attending. Yeah, yeah. He said he hasn't spoken to his father in a while, which that kind of hurts. Um, we need more of the fathers to be around, but I know things happen.
And I think that what makes it worse though, when he see his son slap Ben with a hand, that didn't help Adam.
Yeah. So I don't know if he says he was a disgrace because of I don't know what happened to them, personally, but hey, it's not my business. But yeah, it hurts to see that because you want your fathers there because his father's going to be there, I'm sure. Ben. So for you not to see yours there, it kind of hurts, but or it does hurt. But the show must still go on. You know what I
Also,
mean?
this father comes from the time how you need to conduct yourself. You know, I'm just guessing. I could be wrong, y'all. And he feels that against his son did not conduct himself correctly as he should. But you know, as we know, sometimes boxing is entertainment. It's not what it used to be, and there are some that take it to another level that they should. And you know, but the fathers back then they didn't like each other. But one thing we can say they did conduct as professional boxers, and that's
Yeah,
when they left.
yeah,
They left.
Sam.
They left
Yeah,
them a
Sam.
lot
It
of
might affect him.
training.
It might
You
affect
know.
him. I don't know. It's unfortunately, what can you? It's not much you can do in these situations. When that happens, it just is what it is, man. But he still has to get in there Saturday, and he still has a job to do, and may the best man win. I'm not really picking who's winning, who I'm going with. I'm going to sit back. All I know is going to be times where the referee is going to have to get between them because they're going to bang it out. Or what happened is the referee's going to break it up too many times. Watch and see. I don't know if they'll get a referee that's going to let them fight. See, because that's another thing that I don't care if you fight in America or if you fight overseas. When you get that one referee that won't let you get it in, he won't let you brawl or whatever. I understand at some point they have to get in between you, but I hate the ones that always get in between when a guy is super hurt. And here it is, the other guy's about to get him out, or he could get him out. And here it is, you come saving his ass. That irritates me, and I'm like, yo, would you just let them fight and get out the way? So like I always say, you fighting the judges, the doggone referee. It's just too much going on. You look up, you fighting everybody, man. Damn, you know what I mean? It becomes so much. But I was gonna say the undercard to this, Anthony Yard is on it. There's one more person that I'm familiar with. I can't get his name. Callum Smith is on it. Which I thought he would stop fighting. That dude looked like somebody's gym teacher.
I didn't check out the undercard, so.
Cause he got all gray hair. He looking like somebody's school teacher. I'm like, look at it. I'm like, this dude right here. I'm like, he's still fighting. And if I'm not mistaken, was it him that put down Chris Eubanks? I think,
Mm-hmm.
or was it Chris Eubanks put him down? It was one. I think they fought. Somebody put somebody down. I think it might have been Chris Eubanks that got put down. But anyway, the card is a pretty. It's an okay card, and nothing to complain about, man. We got boxing, man. We got boxing, man. I just love what I do underrated, man. For real, like that's why ain't never no complaints from me, bro. Like you really look at it, it ain't a damn thing out there um to complain about. Nothing to complain about, man. We out here living our best lives doing this. I mean, so it is what it is. Speaking of the youth banks, I think that will have. Oh no, I already read that comment. About to read Sam comment twice. That means I ain't paying attention. But I need to go look at the history again between the fathers. I saw it, but I want to see it again though. Your thoughts on the Cobra Carl Froch suddenly underrated? I think Carl Froch. I like Carl Froch.
No.
I like Carl Froch. I remember when he was in that tournament with Andre Ward, the Super Six.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was a dope tournament, man. It was dope. They don't give
Yeah.
tournaments like that no more. They need
And they
to.
need to do it.
And
And I think, and that's
you know
you
what?
know
I
what?
guess they ain't got to. I guess they ain't got to do it because now Turkey's here, and the guys are starting to work with each other. Some of them. So, and now and this is why I be telling people to don't complain about Turkey too much because for what? Like, you know what I'm saying? If what he do is not good for boxing, then he will get exposed, and eventually you'll see what happened if it goes that way. But I can't complain about what the dude doing because I can't match what he doing. I ain't got Turkey money. I ain't got Al Heyman money. I ain't got Bob Arum money. I don't have De La Hoya money. I don't have Eddie Hearn money. I don't have none of these guys' money. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard to sit and complain about what dudes is doing. Like complaining about what they're doing is not going to change what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
It's not going to.
I can't complain about anything because my thing is this. This is the problem with the world, not boxing. But the problem is with the world, we're going to complain about something, but if you ain't gonna participate or to help it change, what can we do? I don't have none of these guys' money. You guys, Turkey teaming up with Dana White and all that, like people don't like that. People ask me how do I feel about it. I don't feel nothing about it because I support what I want to support. Just because he's teaming up with him, that don't mean I have to support it. But if I like this, if I like what they're doing, then I'm gonna, yeah, of course I'll support it. I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
support. I'm not gonna support it just to jump on the bandwagon. A lot of people really don't want to support it. Some people just want to jump on the bandwagon. But if they get together and they're doing something great and it's great for boxing, then I have no issues, but for right now, I don't really make no comments on it because it's too much to be focusing on. We went from just talking
yeah,
about what Turkey's doing. Now we like, oh, Dana White. We all over the place with it. So I try to just keep in one place, so we won't be so confused because it's already enough going on.
yeah,
Where we,
and also, I'm sorry.
yeah,
No, and also, we could suggest. I could suggest that they should do more tournaments like that. But we got to understand back then, as you know, Brother McLean, it was not that many promotion companies that back then.
yeah. What then? Like I said, being that we got Turkey, I don't think that's necessary because people are starting to fight now. People are starting to fight now, so I don't think a tournament. We should have seen that 5 6 years ago, but it was hard to get guys in there. And not only to get guys in the ring, it wasn't just D Hall. What's up, man? Y'all, please go subscribe to my brother D Hall in the People Show,
Definitely.
man. Go subscribe to him. Shouts to him. Shouts to J York. Um, Back then, it wasn't just the fighters not wanting to fight for whatever reasons. You couldn't get certain promoters to do anything together.
Right.
You know what I mean? It probably wasn't so much the networks. It was a lot of the promoters. Because
Right.
the networks would be like, yeah, we can come together and make something happen. And you know what? You know when you learned that? When I learned it is when I see Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis. Two different networks. You had Showtime versus HBO. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, like we probably would have saw it years ago, but now it wouldn't even a tournament is not gonna really make no sense now because look what Turkey's doing. Look what's about to happen. The same week as Amanda Serrana and Katie Teller, we got Shakur and them the very next day in New York. That's crazy. So July 11th and July 12th is going to be rocking in New York.
Yeah.
It's
And
going to
also,
be rocking.
it's gonna be more.
You have Edgar Berlanga, Shakur Stevenson, a few other people. I can Their names are in my head. I just not all on one card. The day after we see Amanda Serrano and Katie Teller trilogy. Like, are you telling me that some of y'all as fans or so-called fans are still not satisfied?
We should be more than satisfied.
Well, that's not what I want because I still want. Come on, bro, you're doing too much, man. The word of the day earlier was relax. Some of y'all need to relax. Take a chill
Mhm.
pill. If you don't like what you see, do like Turkey Al Sheik. Get your money up. Hey, get involved in boxing. Let's see what changes you make. And that's the problem. Everybody just think that they can just walk in and they can make miracles happen. I've just hit the subscribe button. Let's go. Much love from the. I appreciate you, Sam. Much love from the United Kingdom. Holy crap, Sam!
Okay.
I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Yeah,
Thank you,
and thanks for
Sam.
supporting the channel, please.
And check my brother, the Underrated Darkness. Go subscribe to him too. And my brother D Hall, the People Show. We love you, Sam. We appreciate you, brother. And you make sure you continue to come back. I don't mind bringing people from all over the world, long as they're respectful, because boxing brings some
Thank you, brother.
nasty
Dio.
behavior.
Appreciate you. Mhm.
Boxing brings nasty behavior out of people, and we have to just remember that this boxing talk is supposed to be for fun. We all could agree to disagree. I might say something Sam might not agree with, and vice versa.
Mhm.
We all not going to agree with each other, but we just have to make sure we keep the conversations respectful, and that's what we do over here. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem with what he's doing. Like, do you actually see what's about to happen? So we got, and we got Jake Paul doing his thing with the women. How that's about to go July 11th, and then we got the next day. Come on, man. Every man and every woman who is a content creator, that especially that talks about boxing, should be proud of what they are. Be proud of what you are. Be proud of what you're part of. You are part of something great. We all should go down in history. If they had a YouTube Hall of Fame, there's a lot of us that's going down in that. Not because of the name of our podcast. It's because we stay consistent. We stay consistent. We love this, man. I want to see everybody win, man.
Yeah.
Everybody. I don't care if you're black, if you're white, if you're from the United States or not. Everybody win, because we already living in a world full of hate. Racism is at an all-time high. Hate is at an all-time high. We hate each other when it comes to these YouTube channels. We spend too much time putting each other down, and a lot of times it'll be over off us just talking boxing. So we can't see eye to eye. Okay, move on from there. We don't have to go out our way to insult somebody. Just it doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna sit back and watch Conor Benn, Chris Eubanks tomorrow. Who knows? If the fight might be that good, then maybe they'll do it again.
Right.
But
You
once
never
you
know.
get them, once you get them in the same room, all hell gonna break loose. But the one thing I loved about them that nobody mentioned, except for when they had that face off and the slap happened, what I didn't hear nobody mention is that they've been keeping it professional. I'm not talking about as far as what they're saying to each other, but with these face offs, it's been all right. Okay, that first face off, he slapped him with the egg. Okay, but if you look at it, they've been keeping it professional,
Mm-hmm.
because they know they're gonna say, "All right, you slap me. Just know when I get in that ring, I'm gonna light your ass up." Because the worst thing you can do to a man is slap him, and not just slap him, but to have an egg in your hand. That was no different from Homie the Clown socking you in your head, and he got flour in it. What, like, what you try to clown me? You know what I mean? So this makes it great, man. Just if everybody just take the time to look at it, right? Or what's going on in boxing. June 21st, we have Jahad Tucker, Lorenzo Truck Simpson. If nobody ever checked him out, check him out. He's out of the DMV area. We got that going on June 21st, Jersey at the Prudential Center.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We got Tank and Lamar again, I believe June 21st, the same day. So we possibly got PBC and the other guys on the other side. They're going. And y'all gonna tell me that y'all still can't be satisfied or what's going on? Nope, 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 nope. I'm telling you, underrated. They gonna have to make boxing like wrestling. Just throw every guy in the ring that ain't fought each other. Throw them all in one damn ring and let them have a battle royal. Like Jesus freaking Christ!
I
I'm
mean,
telling you, underrated.
what is your complaining about? Yeah, we get boxed the last 3 years. I said maybe a little more than that. We get boxing like back to back, and you're still complaining. I remember back in the days, it was not even like that. Getting back to back after you one fight, you better hope you. I mean, not gonna hope. you get like fight maybe 6 months, 7 months, maybe a year, because they got to do contract negotiations, you know, all that. But we getting it back to back, and there's more networks doing right now too. So that plays the role too. There's no complaining now. Even my thoughts. Oh, you said underrated. What's your thoughts on the Eubanks and Benn? I could repeat it again. I think it's going to be the battle of wills, brother D Hall. Like I said before, what happened? What happened to Benn? He got slapped by the egg. It's all about emotion now. I mean, like and
I
he
ain't mean
gets
to
slapped.
laugh. It's the way you said it.
Slap by hand, you know what I mean? With a slap with open hand, with the man, that's worse. So it to me is at I like I said, the first 5 rounds, how Conor Bet is going to react. Is he going to keep this emotion? And I think that's when, like I said before, the corner had to play a vital role to make sure keep his emotions intact. And so that's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's a
The
battle of
thing,
will. So that's the thing that because as we know he was kind of I mean both of them at times they don't control their emotions at certain times. So but
you
then
you
I'm
know who's damn. Let me watch my. I don't want to say watch my mouth, but when I see David Benavidez a lot, I see sometimes I don't want to say he's emotional. He said, "What these rumors about the scales being broken?" Oh, Sam, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question about the scales. That's a good question. Um, I don't know if the scales are being tampered with, or is this stuff that they just making up for guys to not make weight? I don't even know, man. C Dub, what up? I see you, Reggie. There's hey, you think Connor Ben? Hold on. You don't think Connor Ben? You don't in the
I ain't even touching it.
He's stupid. Nah, certain fighters are emotional, right? Two things might work for you, could work against you. Like when I see Benavides get upset sometime, I'd be like, oh man, he's letting this person get to them. And sometimes when you get in there with him, he tends to make you pay for it. He'll make you pay for it if you're not careful. But yeah, it can work for some people. If Ben don't have no more steroids in him, you know what?
Dang.
You know what, Reggie? I'm gonna be honest with you. When I seen him at the weigh-in, I just told underrated. Your man looked kind of swole. Don't
Yeah.
know. Now, I'm not saying that he don't work out, he don't go to the gym. We see his videos, but I'm not assuming nothing. But when them cameras ain't on you, you don't know what these dudes do.
Oh, and
Because,
also without the camera, some they look swollen. They still look shiny. It makes you thinking. They're
because,
serious.
because now if you can't go from eggs saying that I had some grits and toast and somebody might have squeezed something in my grits and that's why I came up dirty again. Like,
Yeah,
we
now
can't
or somebody put something in your egg and stuff, and it tastes
we,
real good, and that's why I'm swollen. I mean,
y'all making me not want to eat sometimes. Stuff y'all blaming
right?
on
You know
that.
what I
Like,
mean?
damn, I
Like,
don't want to eat.
yeah, I mean, like you don't want to be wild animal eater, want to eat anything and got something
He said,
in it.
"Wow, animal eater."
I mean, I'm talking about furry, so you don't want to be like him, be swollen up and stuff like yo, we like that. So,
We have a great year. Like I was just breaking down the fights that's coming up. I have no complaints. Underrated. I'm okay. Been on. He said, "Boy, rage."
yeah. That's it, Sam. I'm not messing with. He said, "Been on Roy Ray."
He
That's
said, "Been on." Rage." Damn.
damn. Damn,
Damn.
Sam.
Damn, boy. He hit the jugular. Damn.
Sam.
Hey, my thing is this: if something, all right, everybody want to focus on the little weight that Eubanks didn't make. But if something happens to come out after this fight that he failed, which I mean, Ben, oh Lord Jesus.
And I'm saying
Listen,
like this.
missing weight is okay. I'd rather miss weight and pay a fine than to have to come up dirty again.
And right, and you talking about Eubanks, right?
Yes. No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
that's okay.
No, I'm talking about Conor Ben.
Oh, Conor, right, and that's a good point too. How about if Conor Ben control his emotions, right? And I mean, and then he knocked out Eubanks in sound fashion and stuff. What's we gonna do? And then they on track. You know what I mean? And then after that, oh man, that's gonna be like another blow to boxing. So this is what I'm saying. Like,
Um, these guys get away with murder, man. And when I mean murder, I don't mean like literally, but I mean fail on the test, they come back. Their favoritisms, and then it's also some people got that kind of muscle behind them where they can do certain shit and get away with it. And see,
yeah,
and I tell people it's not always about having money. Some of these people just got the muscle behind them where they can do certain shit.
yeah, and
You know what I'm
also,
saying?
right, you're
Some
right. Also,
certain people can go away for boxing for 3 years, come back and get a title shot. And you like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, whoa, 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 whoa. If this dude was gone for 3 years, how the hell can he just come back and jump the line?
and also to go more your point now, we have these sanctions is working though too. It's
Yeah.
sad too. You know what I'm saying? And I hope I want to talk about that in the future on my channel of boxing. These sanctions and how they store away a certain champion and then they could do whatever they want. And then all of a sudden I'm saying they could probably rank like maybe 25th. Then all of a sudden, like I said this year, then 2020, so they rank number one. God damn, it's not even 9 months. Swole up
Yeah.
and everything. That makes you think.
Yeah. Yeah. My brother D Free, I thought you was
Free
somewhere
in the building, man.
I thought you was somewhere signing some checks or something, man. I didn't know you was gonna pull up.
Yeah, you. I smell money. I smell money from you. Can I have $100?
Look at him, my man. You know when he start, yeah, you know when he start combing his beard, he just made
Yeah,
a money deal. He just made a
yeah.
money
You,
deal.
you making money rain when you comb your beard. I understand.
I'm tripping. Chris don't have Bomac. I think yeah, damn, you know what? Who the hell is Chris? Who the hell is, who's training him now?
Man, Chris Eubanks is gonna beat the dog and egg snot out of daggone Conor Ben.
Wait,
Y'all thinking of Conor Ben that was on the eggs. Nah,
Yeah.
the Conor Ben that hasn't been on the eggs, Conor Ben he doesn't have no power and his
Okay.
stamina doesn't seem to be there. So I
Who's
think
who's? Did you
and
see the way he
y'all
looked?
gotta remember
Did you see the way he
Conor
looked?
Ben is moving up to 168.
Did you see the? Yeah. You know what? All right, that fight is at 68, right?
Yeah.
is it
So that's
160? I thought
that.
it was 160. So it's
So
160.
I said that because I wonder why Conor Ben looked like he was on something. I said, yo, he looked kind of brolic at the weigh-in. I said, damn. Okay, well, it makes sense now. How do you think? And how do you think? I didn't ask underrated this, but I'm gonna ask both of y'all this. But I want to start with you, Free. How do you think that he's going to do at that weight? Because Conor Ben ain't no big dude, as far as his height. He's not a tall guy. How will he do at that?
How would he do it at 68? Or
Oh, how's he gonna do against Eubanks at that weight? Because far as talk about him competing at that weight, that's a no. We ain't going to even get into that.
well,
That's out the question.
the thing is like you got to remember, Eubanks Eubanks is gonna be a little more a little more smarter. He's already got under Conor Benn's skin. He smacked him with the eggs. Conor Benn's coming in there with a lot of emotion. He's gonna go in there the first.
That's what we was talking about.
Yeah, first 3 rounds is gonna be off the emotions. And then the experience and the ring IQ is gonna kick in once it gets past the first 3 rounds. When it gets to that later half of the fight, if it makes it to the later half, it's gonna come down to preparation, experience, and ring IQ. I think Chris Eubanks is smarter than Conor Benn. I think Chris Eubanks has the best boxing ability than Eubanks. Than Conor Benn. I think Chris Eubanks has a better ring IQ than Chris Eubanks. I think his stamina is better than Chris Eubanks. Than Conor Benn. I think all those things I think is in the favor of Chris Eubanks, not Conor Benn. I think Conor Benn, he's probably brute stronger, but when you pack on all that muscle, you need more oxygen. So that's why I say the first 3 rounds is going to be the key rounds for Eubanks. If he can stay away and he can just use his ring IQ and his boxing ability and make Conor Benn burn all that energy. He makes him burn because he's gonna be swinging big shots. He makes him burn all that energy. When it gets to that 5th, 6th round and the later rounds, Conor Benn is gonna be burnt out.
I was gonna ask you that because he's not used to that weight. No. So how is he gonna hold up? That's a lot.
No. Bomac is not coaching Chris Eubanks because Bomac can't go over to the UK because of that whole incident.
That incident. Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, that's okay.
I forgot about that incident. Yeah, he damn sure can. I forgot about that.
That was when he was coaching Eubanks. He got in trouble at that incident.
I think that was the last time I saw him fight. Yeah, I think that was probably about the last time. Yeah.
Yeah, but but Chris Eubanks did get in the ring with his I think it was his old trainer. I think he's back with his old trainer. Can't remember who's training him right now, but whoever it is that's training him right now, Chris Eubanks, whatever he learned from Bomac, he took it over to the new camp because he still looks the same way. He don't look the way he was looking when he was under Roy Jones. He looks a lot better.
Yeah, he kept trying to fight like Roy Jones. I was seeing certain things he was doing, and I was like, yeah, Banks, this ain't you, bro. Don't try to mimic Roy Jones. There's only one Roy Jones.
Right.
Yeah.
I was seeing some of the things he was doing, trying to move like Roy, and I'm like, that's not going to work out for your player, not with today fighters. Might get slumped trying to do that. We were speaking about him being defeated already before the fight because I was speaking about fighters that be emotional sometimes. You can get into their head before you even get into the ring with them, and they'll try to take that. Now, it could work for them or it could work against them. Like I was about to say earlier with David Benavidez, you could easily get in his head sometime and piss him off, but then you could pay for that mistake because he'll get in there and basically beat your ass. It don't work like that for every fighter. Some fighters, they can get in there and they're already defeated, and their mindset is to get in there and to knock you out, and then the game plan don't go as expected. So I'm hoping Conor Benn doesn't have that on his mind where he's like, man, you don't know. I'm just going. And this is a weight that you're not used to, so you can't think that you're gonna go in there and blast. I'm gonna go in there and blast him. I'll knock him spark out. I don't know why you think that, bro.
But you know what? My thought about I thought he was at 160. Well, my thing is right now, is totally changed. He at 168. All I can say, Conor Benn, his emotions has to be controlled, and I hope that again. I'm going to repeat it again. I hope that the corners, make sure his emotion be intact. I just hope. I said for the first 5 rounds. I said the first 5 rounds.
No, you getting slapped in your face and not just getting slapped, but with a damn egg. That's some shit that man got to live with for the rest of his life. Hey, Free, we talked about that. Free. We was like, the worst thing that can happen to a man it's not a man getting punched in his face, but a man getting slapped. Jesus, that's something that they gonna bother you with for the rest of your life. Did you see he slapped the shit out of him?
It depends on what you do in return. Now, if you got slapped and he was the better man, and you just got slapped, like Kevin Hart said.
He said you just got.
But if you got slapped and you went there and commenced to whooping his ass, then you like, yeah. You saw what happened last time nigga slapped me.
Well,
you saw what happened.
I think if security wasn't in the middle of that, I don't know, man, because the way Ben was finna come at him, if security was not in the middle of that, that probably would have got real nasty.
Ben probably would have got caught with a left hook if he just ran straight at him. It looked like Eubanks was ready. He looked like he would have caught a left hook.
Yeah,
because he looked like he was just running straight in, like he was gonna try to tackle him.
Well, I think what Eubanks did is what other people really didn't bother to do, and that was to get inside his head, because everybody else would just talk shit to Ben and Ben talk his shit back. But we haven't seen no videos of Ben ever getting slapped, and not just getting slapped, but then with a damn egg. Yeah, Jesus Christ! Remember,
all of the fights that Conor Benn has been in, he's always been the bully.
If you go back to my video, I talked about it, D Hall, in my other video about that fight. We could talk about it. You know what, D Hall, you my brother. Anybody else, I'll shut them down and be like, nah, we ain't gonna talk about that. We can bring it up, D Hall, because I know you're a busy man, so you don't get to see a lot of the lives. That's gonna be a good one. A lot of people are pushing for Ryan, and we know why, because they want to see that joint with him and Devin again. I don't know, man. Shit. It's one of the ones that I'm anxious to see, though. I tell you that. I'm anxious to see the Arnold Barbosa and Teofimo. But this Ryan Garcia and Rolly, I just feel, D-Free, something is going to happen that we are not expecting. And I'm not saying an upset, but something's going to happen in that shit that me, you, and Underrated, and everybody else that can see clear don't see coming.
I don't know. Rolly doesn't seem like himself. I don't know if he know the knockout is coming. I don't know. Maybe you know how they say a lot of people see their death happening before it happens, and they try to make peace with everybody. I think this is the same thing for Rolly. I think he knows the knockout is coming. He just don't know what round is going to come in, because we saw what Pitbull Cruz did to Rolly. We saw what Tank Davis did to Rolly. We saw what his sparring partner did to Rolly. The thing is, Rolly is a sucker for a left hand. We even saw what the granddad did to Rolly. He's sucker for a left hand. And what's the number one punch for Ryan Garcia? A left hook.
That's his best punch too.
So Rolly doesn't have the boxing ability. He's smaller than Ryan. He doesn't have the boxing ability, and he doesn't have the chin. Now, I don't think Ryan's chin is that great neither. If Rolly catch Ryan, he could very well put Ryan down. I think Rolly's going to try to do what he did when they were sparring and try to bully him. And because you heard that in some of his interviews prior to their press conference, he was like, man, he's still the same dude that when I spotted him, he still looked like the same dude. So I think he's going to try to bully him, but I think he's going to walk right into a left hook. I think he's going to walk right into it.
Kind of like he did with Tank. He didn't see that punch coming that Tank caught him with.
Yeah. I think
Tank caught him smooth on it. He caught him smooth on the button. And when he hit him, Tank hit him, and he was really hurt. Like, a lot of people didn't agree with that referee stopping it. But I said, if you looked at Rolly's legs, forget his face. If you looked at Rolly's legs.
that man was looking like Bambi when she was first born. That That man. No,
He gonna
you
do
know.
the same thing that he did with Tank running into a punch. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No,
exactly what happened.
You're
you
right,
know
Sister
when a
Tay.
man is hurt, when a man get up and they start walking on their tiptoes like they got what's that, autism? When they start walking like that, you know
Don't
a
do
dude
that,
is hurt.
Free.
You know a
Don't do
dude is
that,
hurt.
Free. Don't do that, Free. Don't
I'm just
do
saying.
that.
A nigga get up. If a nigga get up and he start walking on his tiptoes, that nigga is rock badly. He's rock badly.
He sound like
You know what? It's sad because when Rolly got up, he was on his tiptoe. He couldn't have put his feet down. He was still stumbling and stuff. So yeah, he did got hurt and stuff. But I said for me it's that of that fight is
You know what? Go ahead.
No, I just say for me, yeah, Rolly come through, but like I say before, Garcia do have a questionable. His chin is not all that good too. So I'm just saying, like, if Rolly would catch him and then like Garcia be lax, it would not surprise me.
Let me. I want to ask y'all something real quick though. I want to ask both of y'all something, and everybody on the panel. This is another thing. See, D Hall, you done got me started now. What's this? Them trying to make our man Boots, who just had a flawless victory, trying to force him to fight goddamn Ryan, or he got to drop the belt. What, Free? Could you explain to me? Because maybe I'm not saying it right. What the hell is that about?
This is we talked about this the other day. This is the thing. Everybody knows that Ryan and Devin has the fight after if they get past their opponent on May 2nd. We know that fight is happening next. We know that they signed up for a rematch after that fight as well, so it's supposed to be a trilogy. I think the WBC did that on purpose. What do everybody talk about when it comes to Turkey? He pays for what he wants.
Yes.
So I think the WBC did that purposely, put Ryan as a Mando to make Turkey pay them for Boots for that fight to happen. Because Ryan and Devin is a voluntary fight. Them putting Ryan as the mandatory for Boots, they know Turkey wants to have the Devin and Ryan fight. They already got that fight lined up. That fight is already set up. They know that Turkey wants that fight. Nobody's gonna be interested in seeing Ryan Garcia. He get in there with Boots and he gets knocked out and flatline. Nobody's gonna be interested in seeing Ryan versus Devin. We seen when he stepped up in competition, he gets knocked out. So I think the WBC did that because of what Turkey did when it came to Canelo trying to bring that belt up, and he was like, nah, take that belt down. They're like, oh, well, you don't want to have our belt on the stage. Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, we good. They said that Turkey came and apologized. Okay, we'll accept your apology. Oh, you got the Ryan and Devin fight lined up? Nah, we're gonna make Ryan the daggone mandatory to Jerome Boots in this. Only way you're gonna get that fight with Devin and Ryan is if you pay us some extra money to postpone that mandatory fight. So I think the WBC did that on purpose to get money from Turkey.
That's crazy. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. That's nasty work.
That's what happens when
crazy.
People get used to you giving out money like that. You used to paying for what you want. Okay, we're gonna make you pay for what you want.
Right.
That's
crazy. And that's what it is.
They're gonna get that boy Ryan hurt. This is what they want to see. They gonna get that boy hurt. Understand? It's gonna be one of them down south ass whippings.
I don't even want to see that. I don't want to see that fight.
Well, when I heard that, I was like, "Come on, bro! Like, what is boxing coming to? Is the Free Sports Talk related to CT Fletcher? No. Sam. No. D Free's his own man. No, related to no, he's not related to him. Make sure you go subscribe to him too, though, Sam. Please go subscribe to my brother D Free. You got some good channels over here. You got some good brothers over here. We good men over here. We just love to talk about different stuff, boxing, football. We get into a lot of different topics about a lot of different stuff. I'm next Thursday. I want y'all to join me next Thursday, probably around the same time, 5 o'clock. We're going to be talking about some of the best boxing movies. So y'all come over here next week. Are you talking about Boots and Brian Norman? No. I'm talking about no. We're not talking about the Brian Norman. We're done with that conversation with Boots and Brian for now. We're talking about how they're trying to make. It seem like they're trying to make some funeral arrangements for this poor guy. Like they trying to make like Boots. What Boots would actually put his boot in that boy's ass.
I mean, what tombstone we gonna ride on? What tombstone we gonna ride on it?
And what does that do for his career though? Like, what are y'all doing by doing that? If he steamrolled through Ryan, what would y'all say about Boots? Huh? Well, I bet you he can't do that. Bet you he can't do that to Canelo. They not in the same way. What is you talking about? You know these dudes.
I mean,
they start saying dumb shit.
No, what it does, what it does for Jerron Boots is it lines his pocket. It's a big money fight. It doesn't do anything far as resume, anything like that. It just gives him a big money fight because Ryan versus Boots, the Ryan fans is going to pay to see that fight. Now, Jerron Boots and his fans is going to pay as well. But they're more so they want to see Jerron Boots and his go or move into the bigger weight class. So they're support him either way, but it's definitely a big money fight.
It's hard dealing with his fans. This boy, when he comes to New York and they go to the Palladium, do y'all know the stuff we got to deal with? Oh my God. They be ready to fight. They got their best outfit on. I'm like, yo, this is just like, what is y'all doing? It ain't that serious. I remember when he was fighting Devin, this group of dudes came through the hallway in the Palladium like, yo, where's Devin Haney and his team? I'm like, you looking for them to do what? They get demolished? Like, bruh, y'all fans be doing a little too much.
Very little, too much.
When I heard this about Boots and Ryan, I'm like, okay, now you just making this shit WWF now. What are we doing? Y'all really can't be serious about this. This is what y'all want for him? This is what y'all want? Study us talk about, is it gonna be Mario Barrios, which it probably won't be, or Brian Norman, but y'all gonna bring this in. Okay, well, let's do it then. That's the route y'all want to go? All right, well, let's go that route then. Let's see what happens after this year. But if this happens free, this is not gonna be good for dude. It's not gonna be good for old boy. This ain't gonna be good for old boy. Rematch. Yeah, well, we're gonna see, man. The build up to that, D Hall is gonna be crazy.
I mean,
that's gonna be crazy.
To be honest with you, I mean, that could be a make or break fight for Devin Haney. Because if Devin Haney goes in there and let's say he gets knocked out against Ryan this time, people gonna be like, "Oh, y'all was crying about the PEDs. We told y'all it ain't had nothing to do with no daggone PEDs." This man, Ryan does a better fighter than Devin.
If that happens, I will be the first one to apologize.
Talk about it.
But if Ryan goes in there and he loses to Devin, then Devin comes back and say, "I told y'all it was the PEDs." That man, he not better than me.
That's why this fight with him and Ramirez is a great test for Devin. Because we ain't gonna treat Ramirez like as if he's a nobody. You know what I mean? Ramirez only has one loss, I believe, right?
He's a pretty good fighter too.
He has two. No, take that back. He has 2 losses.
Who? Ryan?
No, Ramirez.
Ramirez got
he lost to Josh Taylor and he lost to Arnold Barbosa. But he's still valid. He's still valid. Oh, you got chat's talking about AK Tune Up. He said Tune Up Nation.
CW, I ain't messing with you. I'm not messing with you, CW.
Reggie's. Oh hell no. Yeah, May 2nd is it's gonna be dope next Friday. I'm still waiting to get my damn credentials, man. I've been looking in my email like crazy, bro. So I'm gonna still look because this is history next week. And I'm still trying to figure out how they're gonna do all this. I was on Times Square the other day and I'm just sitting there looking like, how in the hell is this gonna play out? But hey, however they do it is how they do it. I'm gonna be a part of history. I know that. And if not, then I'm fine with being at home and watching it if I have to. But yeah, as far as tomorrow, yo, you know what? Anthony Yard is on this card for tomorrow. I didn't know Anthony Yard still exists, and I'm not being disrespectful when I say
No,
that because we
I
haven't
mean,
seen Anthony Yard in a while. I haven't seen him in a while, so I didn't even know he still exists. I'm
well,
happy to see him back.
the last time we saw Anthony Yard, he was getting knocked out by Arthur. That was the last time we seen Anthony Yard. He was getting
Jesus
knocked out by
Christ.
Arthur.
Poor little Ting Ting.
But I think Anthony Yard is an okay fighter. Like a lot of people give Anthony Yard a lot of credit. I think he's the 170-pound version of Bubu Andrade. That's what I think Anthony Yard is.
Damn.
I think he's the 175-pound version of Bubu Andrade. I think he has talent, but it's like, okay, who did he really fight? The same thing with Bubu. Bubu got talent, but who did he really fight? When he finally really fought somebody, he didn't look that good.
Okay, so give us Anthony Yard and give us Boo Boo. Let Boo Boo move up there.
Boo got Jamal Charlo problems.
Oh Lord, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Or he might move back down and decide to fight Jamel if Jamel decide to move up to 160.
Yeah, yo, your man was cracked. Yo, Maul was going in on that dude he fighting. What's up with that dude that Jamal's fighting? I never heard of dude, but dude seemed pretty he don't back down. Yeah. I never seen dude before. I never even looked him up. Hey. Might have something. Might have something there, Sam. You might have something there, sir. Might have something there.
Nobody really watched Cornflake fight. I mean,
oh, here we go. Now, see, come on, man. Oh,
no, I'm just being honest. Nobody watched them fight. Nobody. If you ask everybody that you believe is a diehard fan that watch boxing, and you say, "Hey, who was Cornflake's last opponent?" Without looking at BoxRec, what was his last opponent? I think maybe 2 people out of 100 actually knows.
yeah, I definitely don't know because I never knew homie exist. That's why when I heard he was fighting him, I was like, all right. And then I looked at the press conference, which I was supposed to be on that for the virtual press conference. They sent me the to get on, but I said, nah, I'm not gonna do this one because I don't have no questions.
And those 2 people that actually knows, the only reason why they probably know is because they did look at BoxRec because they was about to do a video about it.
Yeah,
so that's probably one of the reasons why they know.
That's the reason why I because it said in the email I can back out of it if I want. I'm like, yeah, because what questions? If I would have been asking more all the questions, that people would have been like, you only doing that because you know his father. And I'm like, yeah, well, I need questions for both of them and not just one of them. And that's why I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'll respectfully fall back. Because I don't want to see bias.
Let me do something real quick.
But May 31st is gonna be all right. I'm watching that too.
Let me do
I'm watching that. I'm gonna get to that fight. I'm gonna get to that too. I expect all the trolls to come in. As soon as I put a picture up on Maul, I'm expecting all the damn trolls to come in. I know they're gonna come in. I know they coming, and it's okay. Just make sure you smash the like button. That's all. And respectfully, after that, I'll get rid of you. Know me already. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be great. You got what's the other dude? What's the Smith guy? I said his name earlier. He's on the card too tomorrow. Shit. You put your channel in free? Yes, please, everybody.
Yeah.
Go subscribe. You too, underrated. Drop it. Chill.
Okay.
Pause. Pause. That sound crazy. That sound wild crazy. Just put it on the
Yeah,
everybody.
underrated. Drop it like it's hot.
Nah, hell nah. Shit. Hell nah. Yeah, man. So everybody go subscribe. I wish my brother BBO was in here. It's okay though. He got out. Make sure we gonna go over there too. My brother.
That's 805, right? D free.
No, it's 6:45. Free
Oh,
set.
645.
6:45.
6:45. That's why I'm getting ready to get off now because it's damn near that time, and I gotta go eat my dinner anyway, man. Because I want to be on before we go on.
This dude that Jamal fought, he fought two notable guys right now that I'm looking at, and the two notable guys that he fought. Let me see. I'm gonna keep looking. The two notable guys that he fought, he lost to both of them. He fought daggone Brian Mendoza. Brian Mendoza beat him by unanimous decision in a 10-round fight. And then he fought Lara.
Ooh.
He fought Lara. Lara knocked him out in the first round.
Oh shit.
Hey.
Well,
now he's been on a nice little win streak since then.
The upper room.
But
He's going to the upper room. When
he got knocked out. He got knocked out in the first round back in 2021 against Lara. He's been on a win streak since then.
Yeah, I heard they said he was on a winning streak then, but I don't know. Ball might send him to that upper room though. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see though. I'm gonna look more into him. I mean, I don't want to just down the kid like that. I don't want to do all that. I'm gonna give him some type of credit, but we'll see. Yeah. I'm just saying, Tay. He might send him to that upper room. I don't know. Ball was mad as hell on. He was mad as hell. He was mad as hell on that Virtue though.
I'm just gonna.
He said, "Look at this." He said, "Look at this guy. He's emotional. Been drinking. What's up with him?" I'm like, "Boy, you gonna make it worse. The longer you talk, the worse you gonna make it for yourself, man."
I'm just gonna bust in the motherfucker. They're gonna shoot me singing that motherfucker.
Only remember, you got to get ready. He going to say Merry Christmas.
The upper room.
He said he's gonna say Merry Christmas. I'm done. I ain't about to play with y'all, man. Of course, y'all know Monday we'll be back here 8 p.m. I got a dope female amateur that I'm bringing through here that I'm going to try to make sure she gets to all you guys show. Underrated. I want her over there with you, D-Free and BBO. I'm going to actually talk to her about that. That's why I need y'all on in the comments because, you know, we like to share. That's what we about. We're going to spread the love and make sure that all these fighters and people that we get on these shows that they all go around to be on, and that helps them in their career. So when they get to go pro, they won't forget who was there for them. So we're gonna definitely do that Monday night, 8 p.m. Let me get up out of here, y'all, because I've been on past my time already. Okay. Hey, love y'all, man.
Make sure y'all tune in at 6:45.
6:45. Let's all. Thanks. Hopefully, catch you. You will catch me, Sam. You subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on Monday night. Tomorrow, I'll be with Ghostface Killer tomorrow night. Method Man and them is in town. I'll be over there across the street from the Apollo.
Oh,
yeah. Because you know Method Man has a store. Well, you know, they sell them that good there. So, but I know Ghostface will definitely be there. I don't know if Meth will be there. He probably pop up in his store, but I know Ghost will definitely be there from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I'm gonna go do my recordings. I'm not gonna try to go live. I'm not gonna do that because that kills your battery when you do that. So I'm not gonna do that. Do my recordings and I'll get up out of there. But till then, 8 p.m. I don't know. I might want to do something tomorrow before the fight. What time does the fight start tomorrow? Because it's UK.
I believe it's at. I mean, you're gonna have before the bell, so it's gonna the prelims is gonna probably come on like around 3 o'clock. The actual fight might start like around 7.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll catch it then. I hope it don't keep me up to 1 o'clock in the morning because I can't be doing that shit. I ain't staying up to 1 o'clock in the morning. So I hope it ain't too much going on. But we'll check. We'll see though. I don't know. I might do something tomorrow. But I'm gonna get up with y'all brothers. Everybody go to my brother D Free, BBO and them, 645.
About to get ready for this draft. Doing rounds 2 and 3.
Catch y'all.
All right, peace.
Let's go.
Later.
Peace.